I forgot about that thing, and I don't have any lacquer in the shop right now. I'm thinking the proper way to do it would be sand it back with, like, 1,000, maybe 800, maybe even 600 to start, and then work up to like 2,000 or so, and then sand it off, sand it away, and then re-lacquer and sand the clear coat and buff the clear coat, refinish it basically. But I don't have any lacquer here at the moment. I've gotten away from well, I've tried most clear coats out there, except for like stuff that requires a spray booth. And at the moment I'm leaning towards like the lowest cost clear coat, which apparently is the brush on poly. And so the other clear coats I have, I only buy it when I need to do a repair on a finish like this. So if I was hell-bent on doing this correctly, I'd jump online and buy a can of spray lacquer just for this. So I don't have it here now. I'm not going to try to fix it now. It's in a place that's easy to get at, whether the guitar's set up or not, so I don't see any reason to not finish putting the strings back on. I've already got 3 of them on, so everything's looking fine. So yeah, for the moment it's going to have that ding in the back. Such is life. Well, looks like another string here broke. It's the high string for the number 3. So that's going to be an 8. Time to grab some more out of the bag here. So you've seen me do this before. I'm not going to waste it. I'm not going to waste the bandwidth, and I'm not going to waste your time. I'll be right back. Okay. Got all the strings back on. And the neck alignment's good now. And the action, the neck break angle is good as well. It's not up to tension yet. The bridge has not been raised at all. You'll notice that it's touching here, but it's not touching here. And that's because this is probably a 9.5 inch radius neck, and this tailpiece hardware and bridge, that's all Gibson stuff for Gibson 12 string, which is going to be a larger radius, I believe. So that's what's going on there. That's kind of to be expected. But basically we want these strings just touching this fret with these guys all the way down, and then we can raise the bridge a little bit and dial in the action as desired. So everything's looking good. I'm going to make sure the neck screws are tight, and then it's time to tune it up. Well, I got half the strings tuned up, and then I went out to the store for a minute on a beer run. I came back, and this thing had popped off. I hung the guitar up so that the cats wouldn't knock it off the bench while I was out. Came back, and it was still hanging up, just like that. So, yeah, apparently there was not enough CA glue, or maybe this, it didn't stick to the shellac, perhaps. Maybe reglue it with sand this back to bare wood and then reglue it, something like that. But anyway, yeah, obviously that's gonna do it for this thing for the moment. it's discouraging, so I think I'm going to take a break. So until the next one, yeah, from the jaws of victory he manages to snatch defeat. Yeah, well, I don't know, I might work on a different guitar next before I fix this. And while I think about exactly how I want to go about fixing it, it might call for some screws to actually screw the tail block onto the bonding. But anyway, until the next one, that's the way the cookie crumbles, and Rome wasn't built in a day, right? So, yeah, it's life in the engineering lane. You put it all together, and you flip the switch, and then it blows up. And then you go back and scratch your head and figure out what you did wrong, and try attempt number 2, and throw the switch, and it blows up. And you do that a whole bunch of times until all of a sudden you throw the switch, and it does blow up, and it works. And yeah, that's engineering. So yeah, it blew up. I'll have to try again. Everybody, go make some sawdust. Have a good one. See everybody later in the next video.